Hello everyone, it's a small video about unique breakdown of statistics and use of units so you can better understand how the game works. We'll just take a look at stats, not a special battle group, because the stats and type of weapon and type of use will be the same for almost every unit in the game. So, let's start with the Scout unit. Scout unit comes with 2 Sten and 2 Lee Enfield. As you can see, the accuracy is different, the Sten being better, which is not really that realistic because Sten wasn't a very good gun, but let's not go into that. Rate of fire is 182 rounds per minute, so this is clearly a submachine gun. HP power is 6, you have 640 ammunition, and the range is 100 meter. What does it say? It says that this unit of 5 guys, 2 of them will start to shoot at 100 meter. They have the higher firepower of the team, but they are only very close range. 3 others will start to shoot at 300 meters with a lower rate of fire, so ammunition is not really an issue, and a lower accuracy. So how do you want to engage with those guys? Well, first of all, as scouts, you don't really want to engage. They are basically weapons to defend themselves if they are attacked. So maybe the idea is to put them on defend, meaning that they will only fire if fired upon. Because if you engage, basically if you order them to attack, they will go at 300 meter and only those 3 guys will shoot. Those 2 guys will shoot only if the range is around 100 meter. So if you attack with them, in terms of firepower, it will be very, very weak. Let's make a very much more interesting example now that we understand the basics. This brand group has again 3 Lee Enfield 300 meter and 2 brand gun. The brand gun are 400 meter. Brand gun is a kind of machine gun. It's only stationary, so you can't attack and move with machine gun, which it's not a Rambo movie. It's a lot more realistic. So this is a very different unit from the first one we saw. This is made to hold position because you don't want to attack move with them because again most of the firepower needs them for them to be stationary. But you can see here the range is a lot better and a lot more useful for both weapons. So the best range to engage with those is around 300 meters, because at 300 meters the whole team will shoot. Let's compare it with a rifle unit. Rifle unit is a little bit more expensive. What can we expect? Well, it's a rifle unit, so we can expect more rifles, less brand. As you can see, there are 2 brands here, and 2 Sten guns. So how does this unit work? If you want the best firepower, you want to be around 300 meters. You also don't want to be running around because you want to use the brand. But the 2 last guys will only shoot at 100 meters. This is more of the run-of-the-mill, can do a little bit of everything unit. You have less range firepower than the brand group because you have 1 less brand, but you have a much more medium range firepower, much more important. So this is clearly 300 range firepower, less efficient at putting units into confusion and pinning them, than the Brand Group, but much more steady in terms of firepower, much more people also in the unit, so much more durable. Between the two, this one is the basic rifle are more durable, the Brand Group dish more damage. So you don't use them in the same way. You want your rifle to hold the line, while the Brand, not taking the return fire from the enemy, is dishing the damage. This HMG works the same way. HMG, big advantage is the range. You can engage most enemy infantry unit before they can engage you. For example, this rifle unit would have to walk or run maybe 100 meters under enemy fire before being able to return fire to the HMG. You can expect a very bad outcome for this poor rifle unit if it was rushing HMG on the field. For tanks, well, the main difference is the armor value. The armor value, basically, you show your front to the enemy and you're better off than showing your side or your ass. Also, you have to check at the top part. Is it enclosed or is it not enclosed? And what's the difference? A non-enclosed tank vehicle is much more easy to destroy by artillery, grenades, and that kind of stuff, which is normal again. I guess it's also easier to pin, but I'm not sure about that. So you have first check this. Is it enclosed or not? If it's not enclosed, you have to be a lot more careful about enemy artillery than with an enclosed vehicle. Second, you have to check the armor. 15 armor against, for example, a 11 armor piercing value anti-tank gun. Well, you're good to go. You can advance on the anti-tank gun, showing your front, and well, basically destroy it. But if you're against a better anti-tank gun, well, against this one, for example, you have to be extremely careful. Doesn't mean you can't attack, but you have to be extremely careful. 16 AP can penetrate, of course, 15 armor. But if you stay at long range, well, the AP value diminish with range. Means that you can play the cat and mouse game and hope for the best. And with this kind of armor, you may come out on top most of the time. Okay, now let's check at all of those stats. Let's go back to the recon. Strength is the number of soldiers. It's easy, it's written here. The less soldiers, the less durable the unit is. Stealth is the capacity of the unit to stay hidden. First of all, if you are in the open, you are not hidden. You can have very good stealth, wholesome stealth. You can be like a ninja. But if you are in the open, everyone can see you. So stealth is very good in bushes. Speed is the speed at what the unit is walking or moving. Here it's 18 kilometers. Optics is the capacity of the unit to detect the enemy unit. As a recon unit, of course, the optics are very high. Cargo space is the weight of the unit. This unit is very light, only 2 guys, so it can be transported by that kind of vehicle, which can transport very light units. Let's take another example. Daimler Asse. Optics are high, a little less good than guys on foot, which is kind of normal. Because you're in an enclosed space, you have much more viewports than a tank, but well, still, it's not as easily to spot enemies when you're in a tin can than when you're walking on foot. Here the speed is 30 kilometers or 95 on road. So this is a very fast unit. Very fast unit that you want to use to see your enemy, zip around, and well, maybe take a few pot shots and then run away. Or support tanks. Because HMG, again, optics are normal. Not too bad, not too shabby. Cargo space is light, so for example, it can be transported by a light carrier that can transport heavy, but it can't be transported by an MMG carrier, which transport only light units, which means this unit is a two-man team and an MMG carrier, whereas this unit is only a two-man team with an MMG and nothing else. This light carrier will disappear. This is also very important because, as you can see, this recon unit is quite expensive compared to others. What you're paying is not really the recon unit, which is 15 points, as you can see here. What's expensive is this MMG carrier, which is 25 points. So here, when you're buying this Reche, you're basically buying a small unit that you will hide in bushes and an armored vehicle that you will be able to use to support either this unit or another one. Let's take another example. Crocodile. So Crocodile has 3 weapons. Let's make an all-encompassing and try to understand the whole Crocodile thing. First of all, you have a gun, a 75mm gun, which is basically the English gun. Armor piercing value is 11. It can't destroy itself from the front. You have 44 ammunition. HU value is 5, which is not very good. Range is 1000 meters, which is the base range for all guns in the game. Then you have a machine gun. Machine gun accuracy 5. Again, you can see that this is a lot more effective to take out soft target. Range is 600 meters, so you have to get close to use your machine gun. And then flamethrower. Haha. Flamethrower deals terrible damages to unprotected units as well as a lot of suppression. Suppression is very, very useful. A suppressed unit do not fire back. 12 rounds per minute. High explosive value with the little fire icon. Range 260 meters. AOE of 10 meters. So, what does it say first about how to use the tank? Well, first of all, you can use it as a basic Churchill, because it has the same gun, the same armor value, it's quite tough. So, you want to use it in tank mode, you can. It can defend itself a little against infantry, but you don't want to get too close to those very bad Panzerschreck. Panzerschreck is 200 meters. And then, if you have to deal with entrenched infantry in cities or in woods, just go at 260 meters. Even the Panzerschreck can't shoot you, but 10 meters of difference you're taking a lot of risk. Panzerfaust needs to have 200 meter range, so you're much more comfortable engaging normal units than Panzerschreck units. Most of the time you'll be against Panzerfaust unit. You have 60 meters difference, which is a whole lot, because if you want to attack you have to run 60 meters in the open, and you have your good MMG to pin them. And then at 260 meters, you open fire with your flamethrower, and well, everybody is dead most of the time. Let's continue. So this vehicle, the top is enclosed, as you can see here. So it's it's more durable against artillery and that kind of thing. Second, it's a vehicle, very bad stealth, so you can see it from very far away. It's not that fast, 53 kilometers per hour, and the optics are very low, which means you can't see much. So how to use this vehicle? First of all, you can advance, maybe not too much in the open because you'll be seen very easily, and considering his weapons, it's actually pretty good at going into hedgerows country and minding not to be around 200 meters from the hedgerow, and the fact that it can't see much, just wiping out enemy infantry. What's the best way to use this unit? This, with for example this. The Reche, with very high optic, can spot the enemy while staying hidden and not only in return fire mode. The MMG carrier provides support against an unsuspected wave of infantry with Panzerfaust, and while everyone is pinned or trying to charge you, or you even charging them, well, you barbecue everyone and life is good, you can proceed to the next hedgerow. By itself, the issue is that with the very low optics, it can't see the enemy in the hedgerows. So it will be useless, basically. And at one point the enemy will try to either flank it or destroy it with 80 gun by moving its units around, and you won't see anything. This one won't be able to destroy anything. It will get easily destroyed by anything. But the combination of two is extremely potent in close engagement. You can make the same assumptions and the same thinking about every unit in the game. This is a combined arm game. So anti-tank, normal optics, so you can see tanks, but it will be much more difficult to see stealthy units. Not very speedy. Cargo space light. This will disappear. It has no weapons. And AP power 15, 1000 meters. AP power 11, 1000 meters. The point here is that if you want to use it the most effective way, again, you can use either something to light the enemy unit. Also, with this, having the MMG carrier, you can protect your anti-tank gun with this one. This one will spot for it, this one will protect it. So this recon unit will work also very well with any kind of anti-tank gun. So that was just a very small introduction to Panzer unit stats and how they work, units work together. It's not an advanced guide. It's much more like, if you're new to the game, this is a small idea of how to make things work together. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a nice day, and see you next time.